I'm Marcia Roberts, and I'm going to talk to you today about the 6 collages I made for the Piecework art show here at the Prudencia gallery. And the first one I made, actually Prudence has these all in order of the way I made them, so that's kind of nice. The first 3 are geisha girls that I found in a cut in Collage magazine. This was the first one I made, and I thought she had kind of a sly look on her face, and so perhaps she had a secret. Therefore, I came up with the title of Will the Pesky Rape and Tell? She is encased in, what made me think of like a bird cage, but she has a definite secret. And this is the garden out here that she was looked at every day. And so my idea was she converses with somebody every day, whether that may be a lover or a child who's passing by or whatever. This girl popped out at me, and I decided she's great. She was great. She is leaving wherever it is that she has been staying. And she is going to the land of dragonflies. And she said, and the haiku I found to go with that was by Isa. What's the Lord's vast wealth to me, his millions and more, dew on trembling with grass? The last girl, I thought she looked rather sad. And I felt like she was longing for her home. And I found another Isa, a haiku that says, Mother, I weep for you as I watch the sea, each time I watch the sea. After I finished those 3, I showed them to Chris Thompson, who said, oh, are you making a series about women? And I thought, well, okay, I'll gather some papers together and see if I can figure out something for women. But it didn't work, so I went to an old journal that I had where I made collages and wrote about them. That was from several years ago. And I found this one. I added things to it and kind of changed what I was thinking about it. And it's a woman, and it's her birthday, and she's celebrating with friends, but her mind wanders back to her childhood. This is what I'm thinking. The viewer will have their own story, but if she's watching herself as a child, imagining that there she is, drawing or doing some art, and it's a primal time in her life. She's probably 40-ish, okay? A lot of things happen and change then. Maybe she'll go back to her art, or maybe the viewer will have a different story to tell. Here, this woman came from a photo that I found in an antique shop, and I found her very interesting. She looks like she's very well educated. She's traveled around the world, and so she also was in this journal. And I fixed her up and did more to her. And then I got to thinking about her clothing. She's from the 1880s. She could have been a suffragette. So, looking for the vote. Okay, and then the last collage I found from that pile of papers that I had gathered to see if I could make one about a woman or women. And I found the old ephemera of a woman, and she's carrying a dish. So she's about 1950-ish, Here's the tuna casserole or some jello or something like that they took everywhere or served to their families. And then this is a woman of present day, hugging her child very tightly. A number of women especially have to do this these days. They don't know if they'll be separated from their children or not. Also, mothers today worry about sending their children even to school. Will they be safe? So then That's past, this is present. And this represents the artist, the hand and the painting. The artists are recording it all, and as they always do, whether they're writing poetry or books or painting pictures. I thought this was interesting to add the 3 leaves of past, present, and future, and then of course the artist represents all 3 of those. To accompany the 3 geisha girls, I wrote my own haiku to go with each of those, and for each of these I wrote another Japanese form called a heibun that has a paragraph with a haiku at the end. Thank you very much.